Hey everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. Today's video is going to be my midway check-in for the current paycheck budget, which is July 7th through July 23rd. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. So what we have going on, get this off. Okay. All right, I'm going to take this out actually, because I just write better if it's out. So what we have, this is the paycheck budget for my payday on July 10th. And my last covered day, which is basically the last day before my next pay period, my next pay day is July 23rd. So pretty much this section up here really shows me kind of what days my budget covers. So that means this paycheck would need to last me from July 10th through July 23rd. And then this section here is the income sources. So we have my full-time job, which I have the budgeted and actual here of $2,132.03. Of course, it's got the actual filled in because I got paid on the 10th. For my online income, I'm budgeted at $150. I am on track to meet that goal, but I don't fill in the actual until I get closer to the end of this paycheck budget. So I'll probably fill this in sometime next week. I'm actually filming this on Friday, the 17th. So probably on the 22nd, 23rd-ish, I'll actually go in and fill the actuals in here. Or you might get a chance to see me fill the actual in when I do the paycheck budget for my next payday on the 24th. Either way, that's maybe what I'll do then. So let's get into our bills and expenses. What I had budgeted out for the paycheck period is MLG&W, which is utilities. That was due on the 10th. I budgeted $200, and that is how much I actually paid. MLG&W is doing some kind of I guess situation with not disconnecting people's utilities if they aren't paying their bills because of the pandemic that's going on, but that is actually going to stop, I think, in August. But I have been gainfully employed throughout the entire pandemic, so I've been paying my bills as I should when they come in. So but the only reason why I paid $200 is because with MLG&W, if I do have any Memphis watchers out there, you might know this, you may not know this. MLG&W, regardless of what your bill is and regardless of what is going on, climate, no matter what, your utilities will not be cut off as long as you pay your balance down to $199.99. So basically, if let's say your bill was like $400, as long as you pay your balance down to $199.99, they will not cut your utilities off. So that's what I needed to pay in order to get my utility bill down to $199.99. So that was right on the money. Got that. Car insurance, I budgeted $172 because that's what my previous premium was, but my policy renewed this month, so I lost some discounts that I had because this past policy period, this was my first 6 months with this insurance agency. I switched from another insurance carrier to this one, so I got some discounts for switching, and I think I had another discount, but that discount was only good for the first my first 6 months with them. So now that we are out of that first six month policy period, it went up to what the normal amount would be. Now I halfway expected to get a credit like we did in August and May because of the pandemic, but there was no credit. So like I said, I budgeted $172, but my actual was $212.55. So there is that. T-Mobile, I budgeted $186.13, but it was actually $189.25. I have not really looked in to see why it was $3 more. I have not done anything different to my, I don't know. I'll just have to look in and see why was that, because my bill is usually always the same, $186.13, but it was actually $189.25. I don't know. I'll have to look into that and see why. I don't know. I know T-Mobile did some kind of weird merging with Sprint. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but just shockingly, my bill went up a couple of dollars. So I'll look in that to find out why. AT&T, $35, which I paid that today. So I'm gonna put that in, $35. Amazon, I'm gonna put Amazon Music because I have an Amazon credit card as well, and my bill for my Amazon credit card is definitely not $1.08. Amazon Music is $1.08. That one has not come out yet. It's on auto pay. Oh, I know why I have this dot right here for T-Mobile. That's just to remind me to find out why the hell was it up by $3. So it's not a big deal, but I just kind of want to know, like, yo, what happened? And then I actually need to call them anyway, because my employer now has a contract with them for some kind of discount. So I would like to take advantage of that. So I don't want to say my next month, because if I do call them for the discount, it probably won't be on my next bill, probably on the bill after that. So and that also may be why I put the dot right there, but I know I put the dot right there for something to remind me to call them. So I need to call them to find out about the discount with my employer, and then check into the $3 situation. Amazon Music, that one has not come out yet. It comes out automatically on the 23rd, and that one is $1.08. And I didn't have any other bills or expenses that I may have forgotten. I tend to forget things, but traditionally my bills are the same every month. So this pretty much has gone according to plan. So debt payments, we have legal fees, which I budgeted $200. The actual was $200. I pay that myself. It's the same amount every month. I just split it up into 2 different payments. I take half out during my first paycheck, and then another half out during my second paycheck, and then I pay it in one payment at the end of the month. First Premier, that one was budgeted at $49. The actual was $49. Regional 1 Medical, budgeted was $25. Actual payment was $25. Consolidated Medical, which is another medical bill, was budgeted at $25. And I actually put a 0 right here because when I went in to pay it, it said that my next payment wasn't due until September something. So I don't know what happened there. I'm set up on a payment plan with them, which probably is almost over. I need to check the balance on it. I don't know why I didn't look at the balance when I logged into it the other day, but I don't know why I didn't. But it's actually almost over. I think I only owe them maybe like $100 and some odd, and I may just go ahead and just pay that out and be done with it. Regional 1 is a little higher because that was for a surgery that I had. So that one, I don't want to say the Regional 1 is like over $3,000, I think. But Consolidated Medical was just for some extensive testing and things like that. But I really think that one is almost done. But anyway, when I logged into it to pay it, because it's usually due on the same day as Regional 1, but when I logged in, it said I didn't have a payment due until like September. So I didn't pay it. So that's $0. Avant, which is a credit card, that one I budgeted at $26, but when I actually went in to make my payment, my minimum payment was $25, which I made that. Credit One, which is another credit card, my budgeted was $30, and then my actual, it was $30. Best Buy, it was budgeted at $28, and that payment is on auto pay, and I got a text message that the payment was processed on today, but it was actually for $29. Don't know, it went up a buck. Don't know. I haven't used that card. I really haven't used it. Well, I don't say really. I have not used any of my credit cards because I'm currently trying to pay off debt anyway. So I have not used my credit cards. So I'm not sure why. I don't know if maybe I got some interest or whatever. I don't know. But it went from 28 to 29. Either way, it's on automatic payment. And the reason why I have this one on automatic payment and not my other ones, because I have other credit cards than just these 1, 2, 3, 4. There are apps for First Premier, Avant, and then Credit One. where I can just easily go and access it, boom, pay it, and be done. Best Buy, I have to go to their website, I gotta log in, it's just way too much. So I set it up on automatic payment so that I wouldn't have to worry about it. All right, so as far as our debt payments, where is my calculator? I always leave that off. Okay, let's just see. So it was $200 plus 49 plus 25 plus 25 plus 39. So my totals, and I probably should have did this when I first set this up. 25, 25, 26, 30, 28. So 389. Okay, so my budgeted was actually 383, and then I ended up paying 358, and that is mainly because that consolidated medical was not paid. All right, and then I'll tally those up, which I'm pretty sure Amazon Music is going to be $1.08. It's just trying to stick to formalities, and I'm not going to put it in until it actually comes out. Because, you know, sometimes stuff be tearing up and it don't, you know, you get okie doked out here in these streets. And then you think it's going to be $1.08, and then they charge you $20. And then you got to call them. So I'm going to leave it how it is. Gas, I'll put in the actual once we get closer to the end of the pay period. I am very under budget for my gas category, and what I'm actually going to be doing, I'm probably going to be reworking my cash envelopes, because I'm not doing any driving really for my job right now, not as much as I normally would do. So this $120 every 2 weeks is very excessive. I usually have like $80 left over, because I typically will only fill up like once, and then I may do a fill up once, and then closer to like the midway of the last week. So like I got paid on the 10th. I think I filled up one day last week, which I got paid on Friday. So I think I filled up like on that Friday on the 10th. And then I put some more gas in my car yesterday. And that will actually carry me until payday Friday of next week, the 24th. So I really only put gas in my car like twice. And then gas is kind of expensive right now here in the South. I think gas is like around somewhere between like $1.80 and between like $1.80 and like $1.95. And then with T-Mobile, they do this thing called free, what's called T-Mobile Tuesday, and they kind of give you like free stuff every Tuesday. And the current promotion they've been running, which they run it all the time with Shell, is you get, I think it's normally like 10 cents off gas. I think like 10 or 15 cents off gas. It may be 10. You get that every week. So then I put that with my regular fuel rewards, which gives me usually 15 to 20 cents off gas. But a promotion they've been running for the past couple of weeks, which I think it expires at the end of this month, is with T-Mobile you get 25 cents off of gas, gas every Tuesday. So that coupled with my regular 5 cent off, I get 30 cents off gas. So usually I'm spending somewhere around $1.50 a gallon of gas, basically. So, and I drive an SUV. So with that, I probably, to fill my tank up, because I don't usually let my tank get down to no lower than a quarter of a tank. So if it's at like a quarter of a tank, it might take like $20 to fill it up, $22 somewhere up in there to fill it up. So I'm pretty much on track to save $80 like I normally do from my gasoline budget. Food and groceries, we gonna go ahead on and fill this in because I've done some eating out and I did a really big grocery haul. So, but the food that I have, even though I have exhausted my food and groceries budget, and I still got a whole nother pretty much week before I'm paid again. When I went to the grocery store, I have enough food to last me pretty much, probably even beyond my payday. Beyond my next payday, I have enough food to last me through that payday. But, and I mean, it's not like I'm just broke. Like, if I really needed to go to the grocery store for something, I mean, I could always pull that from somewhere else. I mean, it's not like I don't have any money once I split everything up into my categories. I do. It's just I like to stick to the budget of what I set aside. So my budget for food and groceries is gone. Pet, I kind of went over, and I probably need to rework the way this is, because no, I don't, because I did some extra stuff. I was doing a lot, and no, I don't need to rework it. So pet, I budgeted $70, but what I actually spent was $122. That is because I did buy his food, and then I also, instead of getting one box of the greenies, I ended up getting a box of greenies and like something else for him. And then I think I got him a toy. Basically, I spent $100 when I went to Petco, pretty much. Instead of $70, I spent $100. Personal, budgeted $90, and I went ahead and wrote in the actual at $83.15 because that pretty much exhausted that category. And I did some stuff, so some personal stuff. I bought some toiletries and nail situations. I did some personal stuff, personal spending. So I went ahead and wrote that in because I don't see myself buying anything else. Household, I budgeted $30, and I was actually $0, because when I went and did inventory of things that we have, we really are stocked up on things and don't really need anything. Now this coming payday, I may need to go buy some stuff, but mainly maybe some cleaning products. I doubt it, because we do have some stuff, which the tissue, paper towel, we have stuff. I don't really foresee a need of needing it. I don't really see that I don't need anything. So that was $0 for household. So it actually kind of worked out in a way, because these two amounts, and I'll go ahead and put it like that, these amounts go into one account. All three of those, they go into one account. So technically it all adds up to be $190. Let me make sure before I go running my mouth. Plus 90 plus 30. Yeah, it all equals up to $190, and when you add up these two totals of what I spent, it's $183.37. So I was still within the amount that goes into this account for these three cash envelope categories. All right, so moving on to savings. The only kind of saving that I have done so far is with my stash investments. I transferred my usual $35, which that goes into it every payday, to purchase the certain stocks that I am invested in. So that actually went in. I don't see myself doing anything else with stash at the moment, well, for this pay period. So I probably will be safe to go ahead and just say nothing there, but you never know. So I'm just gonna leave it open. Ally Bank, I haven't transferred anything into there as of yet. Nothing into Capital One, nothing into Orion. Credit Union, as far as travel, I have put in $100, but I'm not gonna fill that in yet because I may add some more. And I'm sorry, no, I didn't put in $100. I put in $40 for that. Car maintenance, $10 went into there. Holiday spending, I haven't put anything in there, but then again, I am at my goal amount for what I wanted to save for holiday spending. So if I don't put anything else in there, I'm fine, because I'm already at my goal for that. House fund, I put $100 in there so far. I don't really foresee anything additional going into these sinking funds, but like I said, anything could happen. I could get a nice little windfall somewhere in the next 7 days. We're just gonna leave it open. So that's kind of what we are working with as of right now. I'm pretty much on track. I mean, once I did all of my calculations, which I'll do that right now. I said $2,132.03. I don't add my online income into this because this isn't guaranteed income, but this is because I'm salaried. So as long as I have my job, I have my check. This is really not. Online income is not. So we got that. So we're going to say minus MLG&W minus what I've already spent for the car insurance, minus $189.25 for T-Mobile, minus $35 for AT&T, $108 for Amazon Music, $200 for legal fees, $49.25, $25, $30, $29. That's all of my debt payments. And then as far as my cash envelope section, minus, we're gonna go ahead and say 120 because I don't really know. I may do something and have to buy some more gas. $225 for food and groceries, minus $122 for pet, minus $83.15 for personal, minus $35 for stash investments, minus $40 for travel, $10 for maintenance, and then $100 for house fund. $422.78. You know what? I need to add something in. I need to add something in, and this happened on the 17th. Bills and expenses, and I'm not going to put this under the pet category because this is not something that is regularly counted in my cash envelopes, and this is something that only happens once every 6 months. I had to take the dog to the vet because he had to get his heartworm shot and a physical. I think that's what they did. No, he got a heartworm shot and a bordetella shot. And I paid, where is that receipt? Here it is. Okay. I paid $102.67. Although that wasn't budgeted, but it's fine. I mean, it was sort of budgeted because I knew I had to take him, and so we just gonna put the budget and the actual the same thing. I got time. So minus the 102.67. Okay, that's right. 320.11 is pretty much what I'm gonna have left over in excess after this paycheck. As long as I don't go over budget with anything or do any extra kind of spending, which sometimes I tend to do, but I don't see myself doing that because I pretty much have done everything I need to do as far as variable spending wise. You know, as long as I stay out the stores, which I'm not feeling on really doing too much out right now, so I don't see myself being in any stores right now. So this is what I'm projected to save or have left over once this paycheck budget is done. And what I normally do is I set this aside until I finish out the entire month, basically. So once I get my second payday, once I have my second payday and finish that 2 weeks out, whatever I have left over from that gets combined with this, and then I make extra debt payments, and then I may throw some into my emergency saving. That's typically what I do. So, thank you for tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up for a like, and hit the subscribe button to join the flock so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks. Peace.